Have you really wondered and stopped to think, why am I alive? Why am I breathing? What am I doing here on earth? Well, if you haven't, now is a good time to actually think about these things because the time that is left for you to think about it, find answers, and to work upon it is limited. Just last week I was in conversation with someone who is nearing his 50s. He's very accomplished and has got a lot of academic degrees and accolades to his name. And he's doing very well for himself. But the question he asked me is something that I am asked very often, especially by people who are going through a very crisis or a challenging phase of their life. And that is simply this: why am I alive? What's my purpose? Like this gentleman asked me, I'm doing all this, I'm earning all this money, but I really don't understand why am I doing it. And if you have ever thought about this, well, this video is for you. And that's all I'm trying to do through this first long format video of mine on YouTube. And I'm excited about it because this is something I teach people all around, and I'm glad to now share it with the world. And what I'm going to share is from my own learnings, from my own experience, and I want to get down there as soon as possible now. So, before you actually get the answer of your purpose, you have to realize one thing: that you did not plan your entry to earth. That is, you didn't plan your own birth or the time of your birth. Have you ever wondered that why am I here at this time? I could have been alive 100 years before, or I could have come 100 years later. No, but you're here right now because you did not plan it, and definitely you haven't planned your exit. Like, for sure, people do take the extreme step, but that's not the right way. That's job half done. And we're not going there now, but in most cases, you do not plan when you're coming on earth, you don't plan when you're going out, and you definitely don't know the journey in between, like all the circumstances that you're going to see or face. Well, if you could know that, you would have altered the situation and you would have done something else. So that leads to the fact that you're not in control of your journey, in the sense that you are not directing it, but someone else is. And since someone else is directing it, you have been chosen for this particular time. So if you haven't figured it out yet, well, God created you. God has put you here on earth not because you wanted it, because He wanted it. Your existence mattered to Him so much that He planned it, and that He chose it, He ordained it, that at this particular moment you're supposed to be here on earth. That begs the question, then why did He choose? Well, because He has a plan with you and from you. He's already put something inside of you which is required on earth for this particular moment, and that is why you're alive, irrespective of what you're doing, who you are, where you are, what nationality, what ethnicity, what color you may be from. There is not a single human on earth who was sent without a plan and a purpose. There is a very specific time limited assignment on each and every human, and that includes you if you're hearing my voice. And that's the first thing that you need to focus on. The second thing that you need to focus on is that not only did He send you, He made you unique. Like, there is nobody else on earth like you. You may have been with people in the same environment, have been exposed to the same circumstances, but even then, your experiences, your learning, your entire internal and external makeup is extremely different and unique. For example, I have a younger brother. We both lived in this same house and went to the same school, went to the same church, had the same people around us, and yet our experiences, our outlook towards life, our perspective are very different. And that is how it should be, because he is called for his assignment, I am called for mine. And that is the area you need to focus. You are here on an assignment. You are here sent by God on a very specific mission. Just like how people in the army are sent out from their base to a particular area to execute a mission, that is exactly what we are doing here. So that leads to the next thing as to what is the mission then? Well, for all human beings, the mission the purpose of that mission, or which you are, the question that you're figuring out, what's the purpose of my life, is same. It's the same, and that is that you are here to make the life of your fellow humans that you're living with, that you're sharing the earth with right now, and the generations that are going to come better by creating a solution to a problem that is existing in the world. I mean, look around you. You will not, if you would agree, right, that there are so many problems right now on earth for which there is no solution. Well, for some, you are the solution. Some solutions haven't come out because you haven't figured it out yet. That is God's plan with you, and He has already put it inside of you how to everything you will ever need on earth. The problem is existing on earth right now, and the solution is inside of you. Like, if you have ever seen an apple seed or seed of any kind, if you just look at it, you'll like, oh, it's just a small seed, there is nothing much inside of it. But what you don't realize it, that there's a tree hidden inside of that seed, and inside that, and in that tree there are thousands, over the period of time, thousands if not lakhs of or millions of fruits that are hidden, and inside of them are again seeds. So once you take those seeds and sow them again, you are going to get a forest. From a small seed you can create a forest, but looking at that seed you won't even realize it. So you may be looking at yourself right now and be asking the question, what really am I? Well, yeah, and you don't get to choose it, right? God chose you. Your job is to actually execute it, and it is very much possible that you can live your entire life without realizing this truth, and you can live in life and go. Like, for example, again taking the example of the seed, it is very much possible that a seed can be extracted from a fruit and can be stored in a jar for the rest of its life without ever going back into the soil. It is possible. But again, did the seed have the potential to go inside the soil and become a tree and create a forest? Yes. Did it do so? No. And so you don't want this to be part of your story, right? Like, if you're here for an assignment, and the most fulfilling life you're gonna ever live is once you complete the assignment. Like, if you wonder, like just imagine you're at the end of your life now and you're asking this question, why was I alive? Why, what happened in all these years? Like, okay, fine, I got, I was here, I did my schooling, I went through the job, and then got married and had kids and now grandkids, and now it's the end of life. But what did I really accomplish? Is that the question you want to ask yourself? Or do you want to ask, or rather, do you want to say that, well, I lived a great life. I've run my race, I've accomplished the thing that I've come here to do. Or do you want that particular outlook and that particular ending, rather? And if that's you, then what you need to focus on is the fact that you are here equipped and empowered already with the right resources inside of you. And again, the external will be supplied to you. Like, a seed can go into the ground, everything is inside of it, but definitely it needs soil, it needs water, it needs nutrients. So all those people, circumstances, everything will be supplied to you if you're willing to accomplish your purpose, and that is to make the life of someone else's better. And now, well, and you think, what if why should I bother, right? Why should I even bother about making someone else's life better? Because the way the world system is designed, the way the world we are living in is designed, is that you have to. Because you can't afford it to. If you are living in a house, that house was built by someone else, right? If there's an electricity in that house, someone cares for you so much that they are at work right now so that the electricity doesn't go out. Someone cares for you so much that, and they're thinking about your well-being, that the water that is in your house is being supplied and there's no stop to it. Like, you look at the smallest thing, the very fact that you're eating the food right now is because a farmer months ago, probably, or years ago, went to the field, did all the hard work, did the toiling, so that you can have food on your table. So the very concept that it's just me and my world does not exist, because the way you're going to even earn money is to go out in the marketplace and solve someone's problem. Nobody's going to come and hand over the money to you unless you solve someone's problem. And that essentially is the fundamental crux of business. Through a business, you're solving someone's problem. Whether also, if you're working for someone, whatever, what are you doing? You're just giving your time to that person, and then you're solving their problem. In return, you're getting the money. So you cannot afford to think that I don't want to think about others. Well, the only way you're going to get the money that you're looking forward to, or whatever it is that you're looking forward to, is by giving. And so, and really, it's not about getting, it's about that accomplishment, that feeling. Because the most accomplished, or the most good I've felt, is not when I've accumulated stuff. Of course, that's good, okay, but it's when I've given. And that feeling can't be described. If you have ever experienced that, please put down in the comments. But I hope you're getting it, that once you start giving, oh man, that feeling is something else. And so that brings to last question. If there's someone who's watching this video who's like, but Nithin, I am old now, what if I've missed the mark? What if I've missed my purpose? Well, the answer to that is this: you were born with a purpose, and that purpose is only going away from this earth when you go away. So if you're still alive, the potential for that purpose is still there. It does not matter if you are 60 or 70. God used a man called Moses at the age of 80 to redeem 2 million plus people from slavery at the age of 80, right? So if you are at 80 or 70 or 60, God's going to still use you. In fact, the very things that you have done, or say the job that you've been in, the career that you've been in, God is going to use the learnings from that particular profession to take you forward and help you accomplish the purpose for which He had created you. Again, the purposes are His. You're playing a fundamental key role in this. And so that leads to the point of only your obedience. Are you obedient enough? Are you willing enough to actually go through that process? Because it's not going to happen like this. Like, let's say you realize your purpose now, you understand, oh, this is my purpose today. Then there's going to be a process of learning that you're going to go through, and then only will the actual phase of you accomplish your purpose starts, and it goes on till you're here, right? So there is a journey, and that's the beauty of life, that you're already on a journey. Make it better by fulfilling your purpose, and in the course of that, making the lives of others better. I mean, just think about it. If the Wright brothers had not thought about solving a problem of transportation, we wouldn't have had airplanes, and we wouldn't have gone to countries without that. Anything and everything that you're seeing around you, any product that you're seeing around you, is because there was a problem that existed, and someone rose up to that and said, I'm going to provide a solution for this. And so that is the very purpose for which you are here on earth. You are here. Like, people's life are dependent on you. Generations to come are going to benefit from what you're going to do in your lifetime. And that is why your time is very important. What are you going to do with your time here on earth is very important. And I'm very confident you can do that, actually, right? I'm sure that some of you may have found your answers through this video. Well, I would love to know if there's any learnings that you've had from this video. You can put down in the comments. And yeah, I would love to teach in the next one as to how you can discover your purpose. That can be the next one. But till then, thank you so much. Love you all. Have a blessed life.